Alright, so the thing is about Hostile World is it was the first novel I ever attempted to write. It took me 6 attempts to write it. I wrote it in different things. The first thing I wrote it on was on a typewriter. But what inspired me to write Hostile World, believe it or not, of all things, is Jurassic Park. Because I saw the movie 3 or 4 times at the theater. And then I also read the book. So after reading the book, I thought to myself, well, I would love to make my own kind of blockbuster type movie, I guess. So of all things, I didn't really write a dinosaur book. I wrote an alien book. What inspired the alien book was a movie called Fire in the Sky. And it was a movie about this guy abducted by aliens. And so I combined that with a video game called Out of This World, and that one is about some guy who goes into a different dimension or another planet. I don't know, but it was another world, and he has this alien buddy with him. I guess they called him Buddy in the sequel, but in the book I called him Buster. In a book I called Hostile World, which was basically combining Fire in the Sky and Out of This World together, and that's kind of gave birth to Hostile World. And in this book, it focuses on this kid who was in middle school, high school, or something like that, and he has this bully in school, and this bully kind of messes with them every day and everything, and they get into these fights. He's a really bad bully at school, but what me was intriguing about it, because I had to write this thing 6 times, and it's the same story every time, and it was the same ending every time, at least in the first few of them. But I had this different idea when I was writing it this last time, and I was watching the Mars expedition, and there was this video of these people who had brought this robot to Mars to go around. So they were interviewing these people and all that, and I thought that was kind of fascinating. So I made it these people who are who takes the spaceship onto this other planet that has life in it, and they discovered new life with these aliens on this other planet with this robot. So, but the robot was still kind of functional. So later on in the book, they find this robot. That would be Chris Bennington, the main character. He's a 16-year-old kid. He finds this alien friend named Buster, and together they kind of work together to get out of this world together. And they find this robot that they have brought into there to discover life. And when they bring it back to life, they find these people that had invented the spaceship and brought that robot over there. They were able to communicate with them, and so it becomes this big thing, because then they decided to make it national, have the world see what was going on between Chris and these scientist dudes who are on the other end of this robot that's recording them, and they had this big TV producer and all that. So Chris becomes this big hit with everyone in the world, basically, and it's becoming a thing where they're kind of showing people that a kid is running for his life from a bunch of aliens shooting at him. So they really weren't too sure if this was a good idea or not, because if he dies on live TV. So there's that big of thing that's going on in there, and but I think the favorite aspect of this book that really made me kind of motivated into writing it is it's this one part in the book where his love interest, Arian, this girl he's kind of obsesses over, she contacts him with the use of this TV people that are all making this big thing about it. Well, she comes on there and she's talking to him during this thing. Now before she goes on, they were trying to coach her into making it look like that she's in love with him or whatever, so that he would have the motivation to come home, so he doesn't die on national TV, that he has something to shoot for, blah blah blah. So basically, Arian goes on live TV with Chris, and she has to pull this game off of that she actually likes him. When in reality, she actually likes the bully that's also in this world, and then she couldn't help herself, and she wishes him to find that bully, which eventually he does find that bully later on in the story. And then it becomes a big ending with that between him and the bully, and just pretty much just everything in general. But it's pretty interesting book. I have actually read it quite a few times. It's one of the few books that I actually have read on my own quite a few times and actually enjoyed. So I think other people will probably enjoy it too. So I think that everyone should read Hostile World. Alright, was ready to game?